Hey guys, Rome here from Team Duel League, and I just wanted to do a deck profile for the Cyber Dragon deck that I played this weekend. There was a total of 6 rounds, 3 rounds from Showtime Sports Cards, and 3 rounds at Amazing Discoveries. So, total of 6, like I said. I went undefeated, so I just wanted to use this as a reference. So, just in case I want to go back to this build or so. But if you guys have any feedback whatsoever, feel free to do so. But I feel really comfortable with this build because I have been playing Cyber Dragon. Even Cyber Dragon was just by himself, like as a tech card or so. So uh, there's gonna be a whole lot more supports coming out, but as of right now, this is what I am playing. There's a couple of cards that I'm using thinking about of using, like Volcasaurus for time, the whole end of match procedure, or Inferno Reckless Summon to expand a whole lot more with the plays. But like I said, this is what I played. Um, but yeah, like I said, if you guys can't tell, like I played Cyber Dragons based off of the mat and the field center. But here's the deck profile. 3 Cyber Dragon, obviously the main character of the whole deck. Uh, Deck won't function without it. 3 core. That is the searcher for all your other searcher, or the reborn, or the destruction. You can search the cyber spell or trap. You can also banish it from the graveyard to summon a cyber dragon monster from the deck, and that can be any of the other cyber dragon monsters as well. 3 hearse. You can link rebo it, so you can start up your play, put a cyber dragon in the graveyard, which is slightly important as well with the repair plant. It's you can make it level 5 if you special summon it, but if it's sent to the graveyard, you search a cyber dragon from the deck or graveyard, which is important because all of their name are cyber dragon in the graveyard. So there's a combo with these two, which is pretty cool. One dry. A lot of people are not really playing this, but I still like this guy because if you're in a tight spot, special summoning a core or a hers, and then you normal summon the dry, um, you can still make the whole rank 5 play, which Nova into Infinity is still a huge thing. I still personally like it. Fun fact: Dry is actually a German name for 3, and Fear is a German name for 4. So I know it's V. Everyone's saying it's Veer, but it's actually Fear. So if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. But those are just like little fun facts. And also hers is actually heart. So it's kind of like the heart of the deck because it does search your Cyber Dragon, and from the deck or from the graveyard. So that's for the Cyber Dragon monsters. 3 Galaxy Soldier because it's still really helpful. You do really cool interaction with the soldier and the hers, because if you pitch the hers for the soldier, you can make this chainlink 1, chainlink 2, so they can't ash your soldier, or I forgot what interaction there was, but I made it to where hers was chainlink 1 and then soldier was chainlink 2. I think it was against like a blue eyes or something, where they had the blue eyes spirit, where it negates something from the graveyard. So I made this chainlink 1 and then chainlink 2, so hers wouldn't be negated. So just a little kind of tip right there. But Galaxy Soldier is still super important. It makes your Nova Infinity play a whole lot faster. Now here's something that I do play a little bit differently from others. I still play triple Jizukiro. I think it's still like one of like the simplest play, and it makes everything a whole lot faster. I don't know why everyone's cutting this to 3. I get that it's searchable, but I like the fact that it shuts down um, Sky Strikers, and it gets rid of like problematic like monster, even like for Rogue, like Dark Law, um, something else. But like I just feel comfortable playing 3 of them, because also the fact that you can summon a G-Secret to your opponent's side of the field, and then you can put 1 on yours, and then later on contact fusion with theirs, with the one you gave them. It makes everything so much easier, and it makes the OTK a whole lot faster. So that's it for the machine monster. For the hand traps, because with the day and age now, you do have to play hand traps. Triple Ash, it just hits everything. I decided to play triple Valor. Uh, One is that it's a light, so you can discard it for Galaxy Soldier. Um, it's a level 1 for Link Karibo. That hasn't came up, but in theory, that's something you can do just to kind of start off your place. Uh, and then 3 is just, I feel like instead of ogres, because I thought about playing ogres versus Valor, with ogres by destroying their monster. With the whole idea of Cyber Dragon, you need your opponent to have a monster, so you can special summon your Cyber Dragon or activate core from the graveyard. So I'd rather have them like produce a monster and stop them from their play after that. So that's the whole idea of it. For the spells, triple emergency. It's the e-call for Cyber Dragons, which I was really happy that this came out. This is really helpful. 2 repair plant, 3 is way too much. Plus, it's a dead card if you don't have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, which is, you would think, nearly impossible because the whole deck is Cyber Dragon, but it does come up. There are times where you just end up not having any plays, and then you just break with it. So two is a perfect number. It searches your Jizukuru, it searches your Galaxy Soldier, most importantly, and then you just keep going with your play. 2 rev system. I did play 3 at a certain point, but it's the same idea as repair plant. If you don't have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, it can summon one from the hand, yes, but it has to be specifically Cyber Dragon himself. But you can summon the other Cyber Dragon monster from the graveyard since their name is Cyber Dragon. So it's a good extender. It's somewhat a good starter as well, but you just don't wanna have like too many copies and not be able to do anything after that. So two is a good number. I do want to play 3 because it is now once per turn. You can like use all 3 in one turn, but I'd rather play some other starters. And 3 machine dupe, pretty self-explanatory. You have 6 targets for machine dupe, and it summons your original Cyber Dragon. And there's other plays with this where you can machine dupe, make your links or everything. Use repair plant if you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, which there's a lot of them. You can put one of the other Cyber Dragons, and then machine dupe again to bring 2 more. So it's like acting like there's 4 Cyber Dragons. 3 triple overload fusion. Now I really like Rampage. Outside of like Rampage going for a great game, Rampage can also dump Hearse and Core at the same time, so it does help a whole lot to like start of the game, mid game, or even the end of the game. So like overload fusion, plus they're already in the graveyard, so there's just so much like utility using this. Like I don't want to cut this down to, I think 3 is like super great number. 2 Pot of Desires for the drawing. 1 instant fusion. I didn't want to cut it, but I like the idea of like being able to produce a level 5. It does help. So here's my target for instant fusion, my one and only. I know everyone's playing Panzer Dragon, but this has multiple purpose for me. Every other monster's name is Cyber Dragon. So I can actually power bond into this, which is also the next card. I can power bond into this guy. Let's say if it's in time or so, if I calculate it right. This guy can attack directly as long as you can fuse this using 2 machine type monster with the same name. So 2 Galaxy Soldier or 2 Jizukuru or 2 of any of the other Cyber Dragons. Or you can put them on the field and their name becomes Cyber Dragon. So it's super easy to make this guy with Power Bond. And then it is an instant fusion target. So with the whole end of match procedure, Panzer Dragon and Face Pop is not as relevant as it used to be. So I'd rather use something like this which has a secondary purpose. Also outside of that, like one of the cheesy reason is that Kaiser Ryu or Zane Truesdale. His brother plays the Roids, which is I think his name is like Cyrus Truesdale. So just a little fun fact. And thinking logically, this is a whole lot better than Panzer because you can still use it for Nova, Infinity, or summon it. It's what its legitimate way, and then attack for like directly with Power Bond, doubling it, or with Limiter. So there's a whole lot more reason why. But continuing with the deck profile, yeah, one instant fusion and one Power Bond, uh, one Reborn, and last but not the least for the spell, one Limiter removal. Just all time favorite spell card. Steals games because like doubling the attack. And then the last trap would be triple impermanence. Now, one of my original reasons why I wanted to play impermanence was because the artwork really uh, just it's within the archetype, so it looks really cool. Infinity looks really awesome, even though he looks like he's getting destroyed or something. But I like the idea of impermanence because of like the whole Veiler factor. That's why I play Veiler, and I like the whole idea of like negating a spell and trap within its same column. So you can really play it smart. Um, Nonetheless, impermanence is a really good card. So outside of any other trap, that this is the one that I decided to play in the main deck. For extra, I do play one Link Ariba, one Clipart Genius for the machine dupe combo, so we can search your Jizukiro or Galaxy Soldier right away. Um, One Seeger. I know a lot of people are playing two, but Seeger at one is actually just fine because you can summon it back using Nova because it is a Cyber Dragon monster from the graveyard, so you can still bring it back. Uh, you can also recycle it using Repair Plant, so it gives you more space in the extra deck. Uh, I play one Summon Sorceress because it is amazing. You can summon Cyber Dragon from the deck or any machine type as long as one is pointing. So it does extend your play. Um, One Griffin because there is a play where you'll end up with a Seeger on the far right, Griffin, and then Infinity in the very middle. So like there's like three of them, and it's a pretty solid board. So these are the 5 link monsters I play. So far, it's been really helpful. Um, so for the Exceed, I I really think 3 Nova would be really great, but it never really came up. Um, it's always either game or the two was just fine. I feel comfortable with three, but so far two is working just great. And then on top of that, Infinity, that's pretty standard, 2 and 2. For the fusion, like I said, Paracycloid for the power bond and the instant fusion. Double rampage, it has so much more use than just OTK. There's times where I make this and I don't even use it for like it's a triple attack. I just use it to dump the hearse and the core to extend my play a whole lot more. So it's probably like one of the best fusion. And what did make the decks like super annoying is the whole contact fusion. A lot of people really don't like that idea. I personally didn't like it when I get contact fusioned. Since I was like playing machines ever since. Contact fusion is like one of the most like annoying thing. But with this, I don't have to worry about it because it just goes over game like immediately. Especially with the Mega Fleet coming out, uh, it makes the whole contact fusion super viable. And fun fact, this is also any Cyber Dragon monster, so you can use your Nova, Infinity, Seeger, any of them. Contact fusion with any extra monster zone. So just in case you guys didn't know that. Side deck, obviously, it is gonna change, but for right now, I feel comfortable with what I'm playing. Triple Denko Seka for like stun. Also, it's a light monster, so it's easy for me to like side it in and not break with it because I can discard it for Galaxy Soldier. Triple Ogre. Again, it's a light monster, and Ogre's like good in general against like Goki in theory and such. Against I never really sided. I feel like I have a whole lot of side for for Sky Striker, but it is good against like the multi-role. But mainly I would say this against like Rogue or Goki to get rid of the Fireball or the Isolde. 3 share ride. This was really helpful. This is like kind of like a quote unquote new maxi type of thing. So you keep drawing every time they add, which there's so much adding in this game right now. 3 Call by the Grave. I decided not to main deck this just because I don't want anything interrupting my combo. And if somebody really plays like hardcore hand trap, then that's the time I would side this in. And then since I really don't want to be interrupted by back row, I just play triple twin twister. So yeah, that's the whole deck profile. Like I said, side deck's most likely the one that's gonna change a whole lot. In terms of main deck, it's most likely gonna change of probably trying out Inferno Reckless Summon because it does help. And with the extra deck, I think one of the only things I would change here is either putting it on the side or actually putting it on the extra, which is a Volcasaurus, which is gonna help a whole lot with end of match time procedure because this deck can produce level 5 or level 5s and rank 5 a whole lot easier than a lot of the other decks. So it can make Volcasaurus, put a Jizikiro on the opponent's side, pop that, and I'm almost 90% sure that should be enough damage to win the whole match. So yeah, if you guys have any feedback, let me know.